It's 7 a.m. It's time to wake up and start another shitty day of your life, but you don't feel like getting up yet. So you decide to rationalize and reach over to grab your vape and grab your phone. As you start sucking on flavored air, you scroll on TikTok for half an hour. Finally, your dopamine levels are skyrocketed, and now you finally feel like getting out of bed. You go about your day hitting your flavored air every 10 minutes just to keep up with the dopamine levels you started your day out with. Whenever a challenging task comes up, whenever you're bored, whenever you realize how much your life sucks, you're cheating life, and most importantly, you're cheating yourself by doing this. Vaping is one of the worst habits you can have as a human being. Not only do the chemicals in vapes kill your brain cells, but they fog your mind and they make you feel lazy as fuck. When you make it this easy to get a dopamine hit in life, do you think you're gonna wanna ever accomplish anything hard? I started vaping when I was 13 because it was what everybody was doing. I ordered my first mod off eBay. It started off at 3 milligrams, which if you know isn't much, but then eventually disposable vapes came out, which were 50 milligrams. The flavor and the buzz you would get off these disposable vapes was unmatched like nothing else. They were made to help people quit nicotine, but in fact they just cause more people to start nicotine. You know, I vaped many years of my life away just because I hated my life. Nicotine was the only thing that made me feel good throughout the day. Waking up, rolling over, grabbing your vape, and grabbing your phone, and hitting that nic was just, it was the biggest dopamine rush ever, and it made life worth living. Little did I know, I was just putting a band-aid over a bullet wound. Eventually I got into working out, and I knew that vaping was stopping me from really growing and putting on size. So I tried really hard to quit many times, but every time I failed. The main reason I always failed was because everybody did it. All of my friends did it. Everywhere I went, there was a vape. You know, looking back now, I find vaping so stupid. Like, just imagine sitting there with your boys, sucking on some electronic vapes. There's no benefit to it besides making your life feel alright even when it's shitty. And you know, masking those so-called bad emotions is the worst thing you can do to yourself. Because sadness, depression, fear, anxiety, all of that are just notifications for self-preservation. So if you click on this video because you want to quit vaping, let me first off tell you that I'm proud of you because it was the best thing I have ever done, and it's the best thing you will ever do. After failing to quit 3 times and finally becoming successful after like a year and a half of trying to quit, let me tell you what I would do differently if I can go back. First, I want you to ask yourself this question. Why are you quitting vaping? For everything you gotta do in life, you need a good why. Just like the person that shows up to the gym every day and puts in his best even when he doesn't feel like it because he has a good why, you need a good why to quit vaping. Because vaping is almost like being in an amazing relationship with an amazing person. Why would you ever leave it? Except there's one thing about this relationship. This relationship is holding you back from more. So when I was trying to quit vaping, the way I went about it was making myself disgusted with vaping. As you know, with disposable devices, they are meant to be disposable. But what I did is I would open it up and I would put 6 milligram vape juice in there with a hide that was like 2 or 3 months old because I wouldn't let myself buy a new one because I wanted to make myself disgusted with it. As you know, after about a week or two of the same disposable vape, they become burnt, they become disgusting. So after having the same one for like 2 or 3 months, it was just fucking terrible. So basically I just had to make myself disgusted with vaping because why would you ever leave a relationship that is good with a beautiful person? You know, there is no reason. But if you're with a beautiful person and it's a toxic relationship, then you have a reason to leave. So again, let's recap on that. First, ask yourself why you are quitting vaping. Have a good why because you're gonna have to fall back on that every time you feel like relapsing. And then second off, make yourself absolutely disgusted with this habit. Alright, now I want you to pay close attention to this part because this is the part where a lot of people fail. The reason I failed so many times and the reason a lot of people fail is because all of their friends do it. It's everywhere. And the sad truth is that you might have to get away from those people for a while. Because depending on who your friends are, they might just let you hit it. I had some friends that would be like, I don't give a shit, fuck it. I know you're trying to quit, just hit it. And then I also had some people who were like, no, you're not gonna hit it. You told me you were quitting. And I really respect those people. But I never ended up fully quitting vaping until my friends that were quitting were no longer my friends. Now, I hope you don't have to lose friends over this. So try to get them on the same page as you or just tell them to never let you hit their vape. Depending on how long you've been vaping, how addicted you are, you're gonna have withdrawal symptoms like anybody. And these withdrawal symptoms are going to put you in a negative state of thinking. Now, the only way to change your thinking is to act your way into it. You can't think your way into positive thinking. You can only act your way into it. So whenever those thoughts of like, oh my god, I need some nicotine, or like, fuck, I fucking hate my life, you need to take action. Do something that gets you in a flow state of mind. It can be whatever. It could be journaling. It could be cleaning. It could be going to the gym. You just need to get your mind out of that thinking and back into a higher vibrational state. Because if you don't, those mental withdrawal symptoms are just going to drain you. Now, if any of you are actually going to quit vaping, take a video of you smashing your vape device on the ground and send it to my Instagram at 5@5RJ. I'm going to be following you back and putting you in my primary and just talking to you all the time because that's beautiful and I love you for that. And I just want to let you know there's nothing fucking cool about vaping. It's the stupidest shit ever. You're literally sucking on an electronic vape flavored air fucking nipple every day. And you got to understand what you were doing to yourself. You're cheating life, and most importantly, you're cheating yourself. And if you make it this easy to get a dopamine hit, to get a reward, then what do you think that's gonna do to you for life? It's gonna make you lazy. It's gonna make you not want to do shit. And I know people who are vaping out there are gonna come up with every fucking excuse in the book to say, oh, I can still do shit while vaping. Cool, yeah, you fucking can, but like, it's gonna make it so much easier to do hard fucking stuff if you're not vaping, and also like, you're never gonna unlock your full potential in life if you're fucking addicted to this little fucking device that gives you so much dope. And it's like, we don't even fucking know the long-term effects of what vaping does to you. Just like when cigarettes came out, doctors were like, oh, these things are alright, you should smoke cigarettes, they're healthy. And then like, years later they were like, yo, these things cause cancer, don't smoke them. It's the same fucking thing with electronic vapes. They're all saying vapes are more healthier than cigarettes, they're okay for you, blah blah blah. Well, what about in like 20, 30 years from now when they start causing all these new cancers and all these new problems? So to really just think about your future self and do the things that your future self will thank you for. If you need to talk to me one-on-one, hit my Instagram DMs. If you like this message, make sure to like this video up. If you want to share this with your friends and get all of your friends on the same movement, then go ahead and fucking do that. And I read all of the comments, so drop a comment if you want to comment something. And I wish you the best, because quitting vaping is not easy, but it's going to be the best thing you'll ever do.